Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to this channel. Welcome back to the Jesus Live Music International channel. This is your boy J-Boy GH, man. And we are here again with another episode on making music like a professional. Did you hear that? Making music like a professional. And this is your boy. You know how I do it here. So let's don't keep this video long, right? So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and you can also share it to someone. And let's get into it. Today we are going to be talking about scalar production. Some people can call it worldly music. Some people call it worldly music, but the official name is scalar production. Okay, so we are going to be talking about how to create your beat, the things you need to make sure it is in place for you to be able to get the best of your music, right? So now when we are talking about the scalar production, right, you need to consider your rhyme, your groove, and then the bass, right? Your rhythm, your groove, and the bass, right? So the bottom end of each track is based on focusing on building like the kicks, the kicks and then the beats, right? So when you are producing your scalar music, okay, you need to, after getting your key, the key you are singing in, and getting progression right, okay, so now you need to consider your drum kicks, right? You don't just go pick up a drum kick that you think that, oh, this drum kick is good for my music, then you just put it there. Like I told you the last time, there's a lot of competition in the system, and if you want to really make it up in this music industry, if you want to get the crowd listening to you, the world listening to you, you need to come out with good music. You need to come out with perfect music, not just good but perfect, right? You don't just get up and you do anything at all and that is music for you. No, you need to consider certain factors, and one factor you need to consider is your kick. The kick is very, very important, right? Your kick is very important because it gives the tempo of the song, especially the bass kick, right? So it gives you the tempo of the song, and if your kick is not placed in the right places in the music, right, it will make your music sound odd. It will make it sound odd. So first, you need to know the sound of kick you want to use. We have different sound of kicks, right? You can also tune your kick to the way you want it to sound. So you need to first get the kick, the type of kick you want to use, and after that you need to tune it to match up with your music, right? And also the kick and the bass, okay, the bass guitar, you can call the bass guitar or bass, it goes together. And there are places in the music maybe you want to get a high bass at this end and low kick, right? And you need to control that, all those ones. You need to go to in your music software, right? You can do the EQ and all those things to help you balance. That is where mastering comes in. Especially when you are mastering, you need to know where you want bass to be higher than the kick, and you need to also know where you want kick to be higher than the bass. Now, talking about the bass, right, goes along with especially the drums, and it has a way of giving a feel to the song. It's more like an ingredient that cannot be missing in the song. When you take the bass out, the music will become, so it will look like the music is empty. Bass has a feel that it makes the song heavy, right, and makes you feel the width of the song. Now you need to, all these things, someone may ask, why do I have to consider the type of bass, the type of drum? Because every music or every song have a pattern, and that pattern has a way, and it also have a feel attached to it. Music have to sometimes do with your emotions, right? Now, when you do your music without attaching passion to it, it's not gonna make any sense. Like, people are not going to like it. But music that is done through passion always have the power to attract people, the power to pull people to want to listen to it more and more again. Now, so if you just think that you just want to put something out there, you get up, you record your song, and then you end up just using any by heart kick, any by heart bass sound, to just put it in the song because you feel like this is it, I've arrived. No, you need to consider how it's gonna sound, how it's going to work out in your music after playing it in big speakers or even smaller speakers, maybe playing it in the studio. Sometimes you need to test it in different systems to really get the good sound you want to hear from your music. Because if I'm using like M audio monitors, right, it may sound different when I'm using a Yamaha monitor, you understand? So you need to compare, then you can do your adjustment, you can do your mastering, right? Yeah. And you can also talk about the lead guitar. When you talk about the lead guitar, then you need the lead guitar it's more like an instrument that is used for filling in the tracks, right? So it is played in some certain parts of the song. Usually most secular music, right, they play it in most, like, some parts of the song, and it's just to fill up the gap and then create some emotional attachment, to the music. So when you are putting in your lead, the lead is usually supposed to be lower than most of the instruments. The lead is not, it depends on, and it also depends on your music strategy, how the plan of your music. Maybe there's a point in the music the lead guitar goes up, and then the bass and then the drum kicks are down with the keyboard, right? And remember, we have to know that the keyboard is the masterpiece when it comes to the music, right? So because the keyboard, it you can't do without it. You can't. Some people may play maybe acoustic guitar or even lead guitar for just their music, just using that. But in most cases, the keyboard is one of the most important instruments you can ever want to use in your music production. Okay, so now the lead also goes with the keyboard, right? It flows in. Let's say he's playing something and he comes in at a certain point and change the atmosphere and add that incongruous feeling, okay, to the song. Now that's why you see that these Afrobeat producers and this secular music in general, they play the lead in certain aspects. You see, maybe in the chorus part, or they have like a place they just allow the lead to flow for like maybe 30 seconds or 1 minute in the song, because they want to create an atmosphere of feel where people will be attracted. It will, like, you'll be listening to a song and then you hear a certain tone, then you, like, suddenly your attention wasn't in the music, right? But suddenly your attention draws because of just that particular portion, and you be like, what song is this? I want to listen to it. I wanna know it more, Then the person goes asks, what's the title of the song? They will say the title of the song is 2 Million Souls, or let's say Gold. You'll be like, okay, let me download it, or let me go listen to it. And then they go to listen to it just because of that particular tone they hear, So that is why most musicians use different instruments, okay? Every human being, or most people, have a particular instrument they love to hear, okay, when it comes to music. And me personally, when I hear the lead in music, it attracts me, right? Even though I play keyboard, but when I'm playing keyboard and someone is even playing the lead, I'm enjoying it. So sometimes it depends on who is listening, the person might want to hear some tone, lead guitar tone or bass guitar tone. Some people are there, when they hear the bass groove in a certain way, then they are, wow, I have to listen to this song. So you have to consider all the instruments and where you want it to be high and where you want it to be low, where you want that particular instrument to have more impact and where you want a different instrument to have more impact, right? And you don't have to make the music in a way that people will not be able to hear your voice, right? You need to make sure that the vocals and the sound blends together in a way that people can still hear you clearly. People can still hear your voice, the words you are speaking out, the information you are trying to pass. People want to hear it and hear it more clearly, right? So don't forget to always consider your instruments. Like I said, the instruments you use are very, very, very important. Now, how to shift notes off the grid to give a human feel to like Afrobeats and dancehall. So sometimes, right, because the beat is created using we use a software to create the beat and all that, right? You need to create a shift notes, okay, that will make the instruments feel like someone was actually playing it. You need to create that shift, okay, because if you just leave it raw, like sometimes when the sound sounds so perfect, right, it also makes the music not go. Like sometimes the human feel adds a certain impact into the music, okay? Like my first album, my first EP, we actually had to play. I asked them to play all the instruments. We didn't create it with the software, we just play them raw inside, and it actually sounds good. It gives you this church vibe, this live band vibes, Yes, so that is the vibe that one gives you. And I mean, each individual have the way you wanna. And remember, choosing the right kick, I will say again, is very important, right? And I mean, you can also with percussions, right? Percussions, you can use like the shakers and other instruments that can help you to come out with some good sounds, yeah, and to create your groove and movement. When you use the shakers, it helps you create your groove and your movement, and it is one thing that you can't do without, especially the shakers adds more feel to the song. It makes the beat more nicer. It makes the beat more, I don't know the word to use, but it adds a feel to the beat, okay? Most music, I can say 90% of Afro music and secular music, they add shakers to the groove, right? The groove is usually shakers. You hear it at the background. Sometimes it's not loud, so you may not notice it that much, but it has a great impact into the music. You can hear it in the background, So don't forget to add your shakers. And even with the shakers, we have types of shakers. The sound, the intonation, your music software will give you all those different feel. Or you can even get the presets out in the internet, and you can have a lot of shakers you want to choose. You can have a lot of drum kicks you want to use. You can have a lot of guitar tones you want to use. You can also have a lot of bass tones you want to use. All these, you can get apps that can help you run them and run them well. You just need to search. You can even use your ChatGPT. Let's make use of ChatGPT. ChatGPT can actually help us find the precautions and the things we need for our production, our music production. So don't leave ChatGPT out of your music. We are in a new era, and ChatGPT can actually, or AI can help you make good music. Even now, they've come out with certain kind of AI that you just put your voice in there, put the lyrics, and it's gonna create the beat, and then also write, like it will create a beat and give you the whole song, and then do the whole song, master it, and send it to you. We have AIs like that, and so that's why I'm saying that the world is full of competition. Now, if you are doing your music without AI, right, then you need to put your best. You need to put in more, because AI is coming out to challenge whatever you are doing. AI is coming to challenge your music, it's come to challenge your work, it's come to challenge every aspect of your life, and if you want to put in the best, then you need to wake up. You need to wake up. Now is the time, not tomorrow, not tomorrow next, because AI is moving faster than we can think about, and we have to always do our music to perfection. You need to always try to do it to perfection. Don't do it anyhow, because what is it? Let's say maybe you are being paid to do the music, right? You are being paid. So don't do it because you want to be paid. Don't work for the money. Don't work for the money. If you work for the money, you always work for the money, and you continue being poor, right? So try to put in your best. Try to put in your best. My best advice for you today: don't work for the money. Don't work for the money. So now that we've learned about the circular music production, right? Yeah, we are going to be ending here, and next week when we come, we are going to be talking about something else, right? We'll be going to the gospel music production sector. Okay, so if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment to this video, right? And also share, and don't forget to go to our website, Gorilla Nature Inc, www.gorillanatureinc.com, and you can make a donation to our non-profit. We run a non-profit where we help kids in the communities, right, with school supplies. So you can make a donation. No amount is small, and you can visit all our social media handles on Instagram. You can also see us on TikTok and on Facebook. Yeah, so Instagram is Gorilla Nature Inc, TikTok Gorilla Nature Inc, and you can also visit the Jesus Live Music International page on IG and also on TikTok, right? And we have our church, which is Jesus Life Church International, and you can't afford to miss it. Go check these our platforms, these are pages, right? And give us a follow, and whenever we post our content, you can easily see it, right? Thank you for watching this video, and this is your boy J-Boy, and you know how we do it here. Peace. I'm checking out.